Good morning, everyone. How are we today, Nuggets? It's your favorite TT from Divine Me 1111 Spiritual Guidance, and coming to you today with another message. Oh, I have a tear again. As you can see, it's pretty cloudy out today, and it's a little cooler, so I'm going to try to do this as swiftly as possible to get back in. My dog is wearing me out. As I was shuffling and getting into the energy, our TT's music oracle for today, The Beautiful Ones by Prince. Okay, I'm not gonna get all goofy today. Oh, that poor baby. My neighbor's dog is outside. He's not happy. The Beautiful Ones. If you think about the lyrics to the song, he is speaking to his love, and he's telling her how beautiful she is, but how the beautiful ones hurt you the most. You feel them the most, and we just gonna let him marinate, because y'all take from that what you will. I know what I get from it for me personally. But I am in the mode of teaching, and, well, of course, learning always. But I believe that we all have these spiritual gifts down on the inside of us, and in order for them to be awakened, we have to use them. So listen to the song and apply it to your situation. Okay? Oh, all right. My stuff is down here on the floor next to me, so not down on the yoga mat this morning. It's a little cold down there, and I wasn't trying to do all that in case it started to sprinkle. I wanted to stay underneath the patio above me, or balcony, not patio, a balcony above me. Let's see what the wild unknown animals have for us today. I'm hearing the word responsibility. So I am always in favor of putting responsibility where it lies. So if it's not yours, put it down. If it is someone else's and they need assistance, they will ask. We're not jumping in and saving people from things that they need to work through themselves. Okay? Alright, let's see. Our rooster is concurring. It's water. Ew, and it's Bruce. I like to say Bruce because I don't like to think of all animals as mean and evil. But this speaks to something being just under the surface. As you can see, something's on my nose. As you can see, there's the dark here. And where do sharks, especially great whites, swim? In the depths. Ooh, that's confirmation. Okay. They swim down in the depths, in the dark waters. But as you can see, he's coming up towards the light, towards the surface. So there's something just beneath the surface that needs to be discussed, talked about, brought out, that's going to be surfaced soon. And this has to do with feelings and emotions. I will take this as Bruce from Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. I don't think he was in Dory, but Finding Nemo, in that everybody thinks that Bruce, being a great white shark, he's so mean, and he just wants to eat everyone, and all, and just be primal, and you know a machine, and not thinking or feeling, when in actuality Bruce has a lot of feelings, and he's actually working on himself. He was working on not being a predator. Ooh, that's so good. He was working on evolving himself, and that's always a good thing. Yeah, that's always a good thing. Is to always be working on ourselves, always trying to improve, but also realize and remember that no soon as Dory hit her little nose and Bruce here got a whiff of blood, he went right back to his natural primal instincts. But he also, in doing that, he still, recognized who he was. He did not, you know, deny himself, and he was like, I'm sorry, I got to. But he fixed it. He still was able to fix it and be included with friends and in the reef. He just is who he is. And that's awesome. That is, be who you are. Know your triggers. Know your triggers. This is about knowing your trigger, and seeing, the shadiness just under the surface that's coming to the top, and that you need to recognize, not just within others, because we have a good habit of calling out the flaws in others, but not seeing what is the verse, trying to get the splinter out of your neighbor's eye, and you have a whole log in yours. It's a whole nother level of mind your business. Okay, so that is our energy for the first part of that. The second, our underlying energy is the snake. And of course, this can be taken many different ways, but the picture of the snake is around all of this light and all of these connections, which says to me that this one is power that is being harnessed at its most basic level. Some would say a Kundalini rising. If you don't know what that is, look that up. I'm going to say that this is potential. This is the momentum and a network of resources that have been I'm getting something else now. This looks like power and potential and network, and people growing and moving together, but there is, everybody takes gets the snake, and it's an evil being, but in this instance I'm going to say that it is an entity that is trying to keep connections from getting out, trying to keep this power, this force, from actually getting outside of this barrier and expanding itself out more. So if you have things, beings, entities, people trying to keep you stuck in one place, rebuke it. Period. There's no, well, they didn't mean, we are rebuking anything that is trying to keep us stuck and in one place. We are rebuking and turning away anything that is trying to dim our light, dim and limit our connections to others. That is a snake. That is a trap. So do not allow the earthly things, the mind trap. Don't allow the mind trap. Renew and free your mind. Okay? So know your triggers and renew and set yourself free from them. This is knowing your emotional triggers and not allowing them to keep you stuck and stagnant in the 3D plane. This is self-mastery. Some of us are on that. Some of us need to get on that stronger, and some of us need to get started. Wherever you are, God will meet you there. Okay? Let's see. Let's get... I'm not doing sexual magic today. I didn't feel those today, but we do have our Brian Frau fairies. Whew. I'm hearing enjoy your path, enjoy the path. Let things that are not serving you fall away, but enjoy your journey, enjoy where you're being led. Okay. Got the spirit dancer again. This is, sorry, again, self-expression, expressing yourself, freeing yourself from anything that is trying to keep your light from shining. As you can see, her hand there has broken through this kind of like shield that's been put around her, trying to hold her light back from shining in the dark. Okay. I take this message very, very personally in that I know what it feels like to have spiritual and energetic attack keep you from being who God is calling you to be. So this is ringing for me. And I know this rings true for other people too. It's not just me, it is felt. We want to be heard. People are screaming out, "Hear me." Some people are silent and they don't speak. They don't know how to use their voice. But their soul, their spirit is crying out to be heard. Listen to people. You never know what someone is going through. They can smile and say all day long how fine they are, when in actuality their heart is hurting, their heart is broken. Okay? So this is also a time of learning how to be energetically sensitive to other people and recognizing, using that sixth sense. We're told that people with diagnoses of schizophrenia and bipolar and multiple personality, things like that, are mental illnesses. I believe that if you do not have a spiritual walk and you do not know how to calm all of that in your mind, it's a spiritual gift that has gone unharnessed. That's my opinion. I am not a doctor, but that is my opinion. There are some people that require medication. There are some people that require talk therapy. There are some people that just need to go to God and stop listening to other people. Sometimes other people can put their energy and thoughts onto you, and you're so energetically sensitive that you hear it and you feel it and you know it, and that can drive you to a place of instability. Let other people's stuff go. Put the responsibility where it lies. I believe that that is another reason why we have so many pastors and ministers who are committing suicide, because they are not allowing people, their parishioners, to have the responsibility of themselves. Yes, you are to teach and to lead, but you are also to lead people to go to God for themselves and not taking on all that stuff in your body. You're walking around like you're okay because you're supposed to be okay because you're leadership. Yeah, in a sense. Yes, in a sense, you are supposed to have it together in order to lead. However, you are human. Okay? You're human. So allow people to have their responsibility for their life and their choices. Calling pastor at 3 o'clock in the morning is ridiculous. Pastor can't do anything for you at 3 o'clock in the morning, but God can. Okay? So there is that. And our underline is Mr. Geo the Slow. For some of us, this is an awakening of time and just where you are, and actually taking your time. Know that you can take your time. It takes time to grow things. It takes time to get things in your physical that you have, your ideas and things that you have in your mental. It takes time to, the word came to me, manipulate, but we're not manipulating. It takes time to harness and master the ability to have patience for things to grow. So we're walking in patience, and we're understanding that this self-expression and breaking out of, toxic thinking and things that weigh us down, it does take time for us to do that, but we can do it nonetheless. It can be done. It takes a minute to deprogram and to push back gently and in love away from people and things that are hurting us. It takes time to grow into that sovereignty. It takes time. Give yourself that. Okay? Well, thank you so much, Nuggets. I enjoyed it. If you need a personal, you can reach me at my new email address, which is platinumtouch1111@gmail.com. Let's see, I have 2 price points and 2 packages, $25 for 30 minutes and $55.55 for an hour, and that includes a voice call or a video chat during your session. It's up to you. All right, well, thank you so much. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I send you all love, blessings, and light.